Why do people stay with someone who hurts them? Like you know it's bad. Your friends see it, you see it. You tell yourself, next time I'm done. Then you're right back in it. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. It is not your fault. That pattern has a name. It's called trauma bonding, where the same person becomes your biggest source of pain and your only source of comfort. And it scrambles your ability to walk away, even when the logic is screaming at you. Once you understand how the loop works, then it stops feeling like your fault, and it starts looking like what it actually is, a trap that was built around your feelings on purpose. So what I realized is this. Trauma bonding happens when the same person keeps hurting you, and then turn around and starts acting like your savior. Hurt, relief, over and over. Your brain stops asking, is this person safe? And it starts asking, I feel unsafe. Who makes that feeling stop? So every time they hurt you and then flip into, I'm sorry, I'll do better, I care about you. Your brain glues pain and comfort together. The intensity starts to feel like proof of love, even when the logic is absolute trash. There's research on why this works. Cycles of abuse, intermittent reinforcement, but you don't need a textbook. You just need to recognize the pattern. And funny enough, Naruto gives us one of the clearest examples I've ever seen. In Naruto, Itachi is Sasuke's older brother. To Sasuke, he's not just family. He's the standard, the prodigy, the person he wants to catch up to his whole life. Then one night, Sasuke comes home to a nightmare. His entire clan slaughtered and Itachi standing over the bodies. Family, safety, home. All gone in a few hours. But the most dangerous part isn't just the violence. It's the way that Itachi talks to Sasuke before, during, and after the massacre. That's where the real trauma bond gets wired in. And if some of this starts sounding uncomfortably familiar, that's the point. First tactic, intermittent reinforcement, or in plain language, unpredictable love. As a kid, Sasuke doesn't see a monster. He sees an older brother who gives him glimpses of warmth, but always keeps him at arm's length with that maybe next time gesture whenever Sasuke wants to get closer. The forehead poke becomes their thing. Every time Sasuke runs up wanting his attention, Itachi pushes him back with two fingers and a soft maybe next time. It's frustrating, but it's the closest thing Sasuke has to a ritual of affection. Then the rest of the time, Itachi is distant, busy, unreadable. He's always just out of reach. Psych-wise, that's a slot machine. You don't get closeness every time, so when you do get it, it feels insanely valuable. Your brain starts chasing that next hit of approval. In real life, it looks like they belittle you on Monday, ignore you on Tuesday, then show up on Wednesday like, I've been stressed, but you mean so much to me, I'm sorry. You lock on to Wednesday, you start working to earn that version of them back, instead of asking why Monday and Tuesday keep happening. Second tactic, the identity hook. This is when someone doesn't just hurt you, they rewrite who you are around that pain. On the night of the massacre, Itachi becomes the source of Sasuke's worst pain. He wipes out the clan, then uses his genjutsu to make Sasuke relive it again and again, while telling him he was too weak to even be worth killing. He doesn't just destroy Sasuke's life, he rewrites the story and crowns himself as the villain in Sasuke's head. He even sets Sasuke's role for him. Your whole purpose now is to surpass me, to hate me, to live, to just one day take me down. But here's the trap. The story doesn't erase their past. The series keeps bringing us back to that little brother chasing big brother approval, to those forehead taps and small promises. Even years later, Sasuke is still remembering those moments, and even copying the forehead poke with people he loves. Your brain can hold they hurt me, and they once made me feel safe at the same time. You've heard this before. They weren't always like this. You don't know them the way I do. That's not denial. That's your brain trying to reconcile two incompatible versions of the same person. You ever say to someone, what you did really hurt me? And they respond with, you're misremembering. It wasn't that bad. You're too sensitive. Over time, you stop trusting your own memory and feelings, and you lean on their version of events instead. That's not drama. That's psychological control. Itachi does the anime version of this. He doesn't sit Sasuke down and say, I was forced into an impossible position by the village. He does the opposite. He stages the massacre like a test of his own power. He uses the genjutsu to replay the trauma in Sasuke's mind. and frames himself as the cold-blooded killer who did it just to see what he was capable of. From Sasuke's point of view, the logic is gone. All he has is one version of the story, told by the person who ruined his life. I chose this. I wanted this. You were weak. You should hate me. When you only have one narrator, you don't just doubt what happened. You start doubting your own reactions to it. When one person owns the story, they effectively own your reality. Fourth tactic, future faking and conditional closure. When things calm down, I'll change. Once I get through this stress, I'll treat you better. If you just stick with me until I fix myself, it'll all be worth it. Sound familiar? Your brain starts doing emotional layaway, pain and suffering now for a future that never arrives. Itachi keeps dangling this distant moment where everything will be resolved. He tells Sasuke in his own way, when you're strong enough to face me, that's when this ends. So Sasuke grows up believing, if I just keep chasing power, if I keep feeding this hatred, one day I'll finally get the truth and the closure I deserve. Psychologically, that's moving the goalposts. Your peace is always on the other side of one more test, one more sacrifice, one more version of you proving yourself. By the time Sasuke finally gets the truth about Itachi, it doesn't instantly free him. All those years of pain, identity, and purpose built around this one person don't vanish because of a single revelation. That's what trauma bonding does. Even when you finally know the truth, your body still remembers the years of confusion and pain. When I first learned about this, my first thought was, cool, now I know the term, but how do I actually stop doing it? Here's what helped me. 3 things, and these aren't complicated. They're just hard to do when you're in it. 1, the pattern log. When things blow up, write it down. Date what happened, what they said, and how you felt. When the sweet version of them appears later, go back and read your own words. Don't let the good moment erase the whole pattern. 2, the outside mirror. Describe what's happening to someone you trust, but strip the names and drama out. Just the behavior. Person A lies, person A blames, person A apologizes just enough to reset, then repeats. Ask them, if this was your situation, what do you think? People outside the loop can see the crazy that you've normalized. 3, the boundary test. Set a small boundary. Don't yell at me during arguments. Don't insult me when you're mad. Don't go through my phone. Healthy people might be surprised, but they adjust. Manipulators punish. Their reaction to your limit will tell you more than any apology will. And look, this isn't just romance. Family can run this on you. Bosses can run this game. Whole systems can run on hurt you, then heroically relieve the pain they caused. They're betting you'll forget damage whenever the relief hits. But you don't have to play that game. Log it. Name it. Test it. If someone needs to keep you confused in order to keep you close, that's not love. That's control. Remember, love doesn't require confusion. You don't have to be a genius, a ninja, or an anime protagonist to deserve clear, consistent care. You just have to stop calling chaos proof that it's real. I drop extra tools and resources in the pinned comment for anybody trying to untangle from something like this. Let me know what you think. Peace.